What's up, guys? In this video I'm going to be showing you the best keybinds for Fortnite with the Scuf Vantage right here. So alright, so the first thing you're going to want to do is you're going to remap your paddles and the sax buttons on the side, okay? So if you go on the side with the X button, you'll go ahead and remap that over here to the outside paddle, and then you'll confirm that. Then go ahead and go to square, and then you're going to move that to the inside paddle right here. And then you're going to take right on your D-pad. Sounds weird, but right on your D-pad is going to go on the inside paddle on this side. And then circle is going to go on the outer paddle on the left side. So that way you got your jump, your reload. This will be your edit once we redo it in the keybinds on Fortnite, and your build. So for the sax buttons, on the left side I have that as triangle for my pickaxe, and the right sax button I have that as down on my D-pad. I'll tell you guys why here in just a minute. Alright, so we're in our settings. First thing we're going to do in our settings before we go to the keybinds, we're going to go to sprint by default. We're going to turn that on. That's super helpful in build fights and stuff, so you don't have to be constantly hitting that joystick to sprint again. It'll just make you sprint all the time. We'll turn Builder Pro, build immediately. We'll have that turned on. And then the edit hold time doesn't actually matter for what we're going to do. I like to keep mine a little bit higher, so that way I don't accidentally hit circle and start editing something. So just leave that how that is or whatever. So now, from the settings at the top, we're going to hit R1 and go over to the controller. So I would say playing on Builder Pro is definitely the better thing to do. You're going to go down to Custom, come over here, just leave this the same. Your inventory stays the same, your emote thing, that can stay the same. First thing you're going to want to do is go to your edit on the right D-pad. You're going to want to change this. I think it's unbound, or it might be something, but just go ahead and change that to edit. And then after you do that, at the top you can see the combat controls. You're going to want to hit R2 and go to build controls. And once again, you want to come back over here and click on your edit and make sure that your right D-pad stays as edit. And then for the edit controls, you can go ahead and leave that off. That's fine. And for the edit controls, go ahead and keep circle or make circle your confirm. So combat controls, right D-pad edit, build controls, right D-pad edit, edit controls, circle confirm. Alright, so after you do the edit, we're going to go down to interact, and we're going to turn that on to interact instead of the dance. And over here, your reload, which is square, I'm pretty sure normally it is on reload / interact, which you can keep it that way until you get the muscle memory down. But once you are comfortable using this sax button over here as your interact, then I would advise to go ahead and change your reload and interact to just specifically reload. So then after you do that, that's everything on this screen right here. So next we're going to go to our build controls. You'll keep that as your edit. What I've done is I've changed my down arrow, which is this right sax button, to my traps. So that way, I changed it because on the Vantage controller, if you guys have used it very much, these middle paddles are really hard to hit multiple times in a row. So if you want to put a trap down, you have to hit square twice normally, and this is our square button. So hitting that twice can be kind of hard. So I've switched it to the sax button up here because it's much easier to hit this multiple times. So go ahead and switch your trap picker to your down arrow, which is also your sax button. And then I went ahead and changed square to my change materials, just because I don't like letting go of this joystick over here and hitting this D-pad. So I can just keep both thumbs on the sticks the whole time. If I want to trap out, I'll hit my sax button. If I want to switch my material or switch traps, then I'll hit this middle paddle right here is the one I'll hit, and that'll switch it for me. Also in your build controls, as you guys can see, the left stick, I have made that my rotate now. Since I have sprint by default on, so I don't need to be pushing that joystick in. So when I want to rotate stuff, I will rotate it with my left stick. And I went ahead and made my crouch, my R3, even while I'm building, because originally your R3 is how you rotate stuff. So if you switch that to your left stick, then you can crouch while you're building, which is really helpful, especially if you're trying to build and walk under something. It can be really hard because normally you're going to have to hit circle and pull your gun back out and then crouch, and by that time sometimes it's just too late. So go ahead and switch your right stick to crouch and your left stick to your rotate. So, and the last thing, the edit controls, I'm pretty sure all this is still the same. You can still pull your inventory out and all that. Your sprint, still like that. Your R3 is your reset. So just leave these how they normally are. There's nothing you need to change on this setting. Alright, so as you guys remember, we pick up stuff with our down arrow, which is now the right sax button. So I like it better than the back paddle or using square, because with the paddle on the back, it's really hard to hit over and over again. With the sax button, you can just hit it really quick, just like that. I just picked up everything and just super quick. Also, if say you reload your guns or something, you want to reload is square, right? Before, square would open this door. So let's say if someone's right in front of this door, right? I'm waiting for them to come through this door or whatever. I need to reload my gun though. I accidentally go to reload, I'm going to accidentally open that door instead of reloading, and they're going to know exactly where I am. They can walk right in. So now you hit square, it only reloads the door, or only reloads the gun, sorry. So you reload your guns, you don't accidentally do this, then you can open your door and do whatever you have to do. So you don't accidentally pick stuff up. Or let's say I want to reload my gun, I accidentally hit square and it swaps it for this pistol, and there's a guy right here. Now I just have a pistol to fight him with. So instead, I switch my keybinds, I reload with just square. Then if I want to pick this pistol up, I would switch and then hit that to pick something up. So that's why we swap the pick up stuff and interact to our down on the D-pad, which is our sax button, compared to keeping it as square. It gives us just a little bit more flexibility on a controller. So like I said, we switched our edit to our right on the D-pad, which is now our back, middle, left paddle. So you'll hit your back, middle paddle, that pulls up your edits. You'll edit what you want, and then you'll hit circle, which will actually be hitting the left paddle on your controller, not the actual button circle itself. And we have it different compared to just having the edit and the confirm is the same, because like I said, with square, this middle paddle is really tough to hit. So what you're going to do is you're going to edit it, do your edit, and then you'll switch to your other paddle. And you can get it going really quick, just rotating between those two fingers, compared to hitting the same paddle multiple times, and then it accidentally not hitting, and then you're stuck with this right here, and then you don't confirm it, and then your edit might be too late. Or if there's a guy on this side and you want to edit, and you stall because your paddle didn't work because you tried to hit it 2 times really quick, this guy that's on the other side of this window that you were trying to do, it could be too late. He could have moved to the side, or you could have just lost your positioning. So that's why we have the arrow as one edit, and then our circle as our confirm. Alright, so now before we build out, we got our traps. Our traps is also our down arrow, which is still that right sax button. So that way, if you're boxed up, someone's coming through your wall, you want to put traps down, you just go ahead and spam that sax button really quick, and you can put them down so much faster than hitting that back paddle, because those back paddles are so stiff. So if you want to switch your materials, we have that. You can see it on the little thing there. It says square for your material. So our square, which is our middle paddle, is how you switch materials. It's also how, if you want to put a trap down, so you don't want to put a trap, say you want to be that guy and you want to put a turret down, you can switch traps with square as well. So it's just a little bit faster, especially if you're running. Like say I'm sprinting down here and I want to switch to a different material to build up. It's a lot easier to just hit that back paddle one time than it is to let go and hit left on the D-pad, how it usually is. So you just hit square and then you're good to go. It's a lot faster than hitting that left on the D-pad and letting go of that left joystick. So this way, both thumbs are always on the sticks at all times. So you can always be looking. So if you want to look around where you're switching materials or running around, you always have that mobility and that freedom to do what you want without letting go of the joysticks. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed this little Keybinds tutorial. If you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe for some awesome Fortnite content. If this video helps you, please leave a like as well. If you guys want a more in-depth explanation, you can hire me through Gamer Sensei for a private lesson where I'll explain everything I know. Thank you guys. See you later.